Welcome back to my channel. Jamila Davis Williams here. So our tax refunds are delayed again. And so let's talk about some smart ways that we can use our tax refund to help us get ahead financially, right? Let's just focus on that since we got to wait anyway, right? So one of the things that I've done over the years to help build my savings account that allowed me to be off work for now 13 or going into 14 months that I've been off work. But here's something that I always did with my tax refund. I saved 10% of it, right? Right off the top, after I paid my tithes, I saved 10%. So I paid myself first after, of course, giving my tithes. So save 10% of your tax refund. That savings account that we talked about in the previous video that you're going to get set up and start putting that $1,000 in. You want to put 10% of your tax refund in so that you can start building that emergency fund that we want to get up to 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. That takes time to do, but if you use your tax refund wisely, you can build that pretty quick. So the first thing, if you're a tithe payer, of course, pay your tithes, and then go ahead and save 10% of your refund and put that into your savings account. The other thing is you want to get ahead, right? So if you are someone that rents, right, you want to pay your rent a month or two ahead, right? Because we're always thinking, get ahead in the event that there is an emergency. You're laid off or you're off work temporarily because of short-term disability or workman's comp or anything like that. You're not going to get 100% of what you normally get every week or 2 weeks or every other or bi-monthly is what I'm trying to say, right? So when you are on short-term disability or workman's comp, you're normally getting anywhere maybe 60, 70. I haven't seen 80, but there could be some company that's going to pay you 80% of your regular pay, but still you're not receiving 100%. So you have a pay cut in a way, right? So here is what you want to do to kind of help you if that is you and that happens where you're laid off or you're off because of workman's comp or short-term disability. Get ahead, right? So pay your rent a month or two ahead just to make sure that you always have a roof over your head if something temporarily happens where your money is not flowing the way it used to, you're off work, whatever the case may be. Always have roof over your head. If you can pay your rent a month or two ahead, do so. You can do the same with your mortgage and your car note. Now, what I used to do with my mortgage and car note is I did an extra principal payment, meaning I'm not pushing it ahead, but I'm putting extra money on the balance, on the principal balance, so that I could pay my loans off faster. So my mortgage was paid off January of 2023. I paid off my mortgage, and then my car was paid off in right before 2020. So I think the end of 2020, December 2020 to be exact, my car was paid off because when I got my tax refunds, when I did get them, and they were large sometimes, I used that money to put on debt, to pay off debt, and then to get myself ahead in other ways. So make a principal payment on your mortgage or a principal payment on your car note, and then you can also pay it ahead if you need to. Pay your mortgage ahead a month, pay your car note ahead a month, just to kind of stay ahead of the game and continue to make your normal payments as usual. The other thing I would always do is stock up on household necessities, right? So when I would go get my tax refund, I used to also get a bonus from the place that I worked for. I would take that large sums of money, save it, get myself ahead by either putting that principal payment on my mortgage and my car, but then I would go and stock up on my household stuff. So my toilet paper, paper towels, laundry detergent, bleach, you name it. I bought two or three, sometimes four, because in the event that my job was like, okay, we're downsizing and we don't know when you're coming back, I didn't want to run out. I didn't want to have to use any kind of unemployment that I may be getting or severance pay towards things that I could have got ahead with when I got this lump sum money, right? So make sure you stock up. Get the things that you need in your home that you use daily. Buy 2, 3, 4 packs of those to kind of stock up in the event that you have an emergency. Now, you might not have the space to buy as much because I have a basement and I have shelves built down there that I can actually stock things. If you are in an apartment, you're in a smaller place, maybe you want to buy two and use an extra closet. So buy 2 packs of toilet paper, the big packs, not the little 4 packs, the big packs that might have 24, 36, 48 rolls. I actually buy the pack that has, I think, 72 rolls. I think it's 72. I buy the big ones because I also have an adult son, but then I also have helped other mothers who may, be struggling, temporarily laid off, having some kind of financial hardship where I've been able to go and give them toilet paper, soap, deodorant, whatever, to help them in their rough patch. So not only did it help me, but I also want to make sure I'm always able to be positioned to help someone else. So stock up on your household necessities. That includes, like, if you have kids, I would always buy extra t-shirts, packs of t-shirts for my son, extra packs of socks, all the stuff that they need every day. I bought extra so that, and sometimes I would buy the size bigger so that if something happened where financially I couldn't because, I was laid off, I didn't have to worry about him not having, right? So those are some of the things I've did. And then, so save, get ahead by paying things ahead and stocking up your house. And then the third thing, maybe the fourth thing, if you put tithes down, the fourth thing is you want to pay off debt, right? Or pay it down, whatever you can do depending on how large your refund is. And I did that using the snowball method. So I used to have credit cards and some personal loans because I was robbing Peter to pay Paul, just going to be honest. And I had to get these things off of me because debt is a direct barrier to savings, right? It's also one of the main reasons for financial stress, right? All the stuff we got to pay out of our paycheck, it stresses us out and we can't save like we want to because we have all this other stuff. And so to get myself and get my debt paid in full, I use the snowball method. What does that mean? That means I took my smallest debt and I put that at the top of the list. And then my largest debt went to the bottom of the list and everything was in between. So my lowest debt, I'm just going to give an example, 400. To my largest debt at one point was like, I had a credit card that was like, I think 10, 12,000. So at one point I had $20,000 in debt. I just say that it was a lot. I was stressed out about it because trying to make ends meet plus having these other things to pay was stressful. But using the snowball method, I was able to get myself out of that hole within, I think I was looked at initially a 5-year period, but I was able to do it in 3 because I was diligent. When I got my tax refund, when I got my bonuses, whatever came in, I was tackling debt. So put your debt in order, smallest to largest, and then you're going to put a lump sum on that smallest debt. Everything else, you're going to continue to make the normal or minimum payment. So if it's a credit card, minimum payment may be 10, 20, $30, whatever it is. And then the other loans, you're going to make those minimum payments. But that top one, that smallest one, you're going to put a lump sum. So if you can pay it off, if your tax refund is big enough, pay it off. If it's not, you're going to put the majority that you can on that very first or smallest debt. The next, you're going to just do your minimum payments. Once that top one is paid off, you're going to take that payment that you had plus the minimum payment that you were making on that second one, and now you're going to move all that to that payment. So now that's getting a large payment plus your normal monthly, I'm sorry, your minimum payment that you were making. You're going to pay that. Then you're going to just keep going down a list until you cross them all off. May take you some time, but listing the smallest to the largest, what it does is it builds momentum. Like, oh, I paid off 1 credit card. Woo, okay, now let me move that to number 2. Oh, I paid off 2 credit cards. Now, and then you're going to be like, okay, I see this is helping me, and it builds momentum. That's why we use the snowball method, because you're listing smallest to largest. It gives you momentum, but it also motivates you to keep going, right? Because having debt and paying all this stuff can become very overwhelming. And we want to use this tax refund to our advantage to remove or reduce or eliminate this financial stress we've been having, and then also help us start moving towards financial freedom. So again, save 10%, get yourself ahead by paying your rent ahead, mortgage ahead, car note ahead, or making principal payments on your mortgage or car note, building up your household necessities, so your tissue, toilet paper, all that kind of stuff. That's how you're going to get ahead. And then the final thing is you're going to start putting money towards debt. So save first, get ahead, pay off debt. That's what we're going to do as we wait for our tax refund. When it arrives, that's what you got to do. So start putting your list together now. So when that money hits your account, that direct deposit come in, you already have a plan to what you're going to do with that money. Okay? Because the one thing I want to help you do is to save, budget, and become debt free. That is my goal for you. I hope it is your goal for yourself, but that's what I'm here to help you do. Again, my name is Jamila. If you like what you've heard today, please do like and subscribe to this channel. Any comments of things that you would like me to talk about? Again, I've been in financial services for 30 plus years, so I know a little bit of everything. I'm also a financial coach. I've actually been trained and have certifications in that, but I want to just help you and help us do better with our money so that we can build financial, build financial wealth and then become financially free. Again, until the next video, you enjoy the rest of your day. Be blessed.